Welcome, deep divers, to another exploration. Today, we're setting our sights on something super specific but really vital for so many businesses: local SEO.
Absolutely critical.
Yeah, we've got this fantastic case study right here. It's all about a party equipment rental service. And our mission, well, it's to uncover the exact strategies they use to, cut through the noise locally and get some really impressive results, boosting those local search rankings.
hmm
And our findings for this deep dive, they're coming straight from a detailed transcript of the case study itself, so right from the source. Oh, and just a quick note for you listening. You'll hear us mention keywords like bounce house rando and inflatable water slide rain
All
horn.
right.
Just so you know, rando and rano, they're just placeholders from the study. They represent anonymized local keywords, not typos. Okay, let's unpack this.
What's fascinating here, I think, is just how crucial local SEO really is for businesses like this one. The equipment rental type. I mean, these aren't your typical online stores. They rely entirely on a specific geographic customer base, right?
Yeah.
Often need that physical address to serve their local community. So for them, being found locally isn't just nice to have. It's basically their digital storefront. It's their lifeline.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this case study, it gives us these really concrete, granular examples of how, highly targeted efforts can lead to pretty significant measurable improvements right where it counts. It really is a kind of blueprint.
That's such a key point for local businesses, isn't it? That physical presence. It's more than just foot traffic. It's like a core SEO signal.
Exactly.
And diving into the campaign setup, one thing that jumped out right away in the study is that this client, they were a local business and they had their address clearly displayed.
Which helps.
Huge benefit, yeah. Means they can get those direction requests, signals, real-world engagement to Google. But okay, beyond just having like a basic local business listing, what were the main strategies, the pillars they built this whole campaign on to really stand out?
Well, their approach was definitely multifaceted, but it really boiled down to two main strategic pillars. That's on top of the usual local citation setup, the foundational stuff. So first, they ran a very specific click-through rate campaign, a CTR campaign. And second, they launched this pretty comprehensive content creation strategy.
Right.
Now, for that CTR campaign, the main target keyword they really zeroed in on was, like you said, bounce house rando.
Yeah.
And they kept the focus tight, just a 10-mile radius around the business.
Interesting.
Yeah, and an interesting little detail the study pointed out, they didn't even need to validate GPS before generating those CTR signals. Apparently, the business location and the target radius, it just didn't cover any water, which can sometimes, mess things up.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And the daily CTR generation was pretty solid, between 11 and 18 clicks per day. Total CTR was 11%, and about 9% of that was for their brand keywords, which is healthy.
And the tech behind that.
Yeah. They used US 5G mobile proxies. The source specifically said these yielded great results.
Okay, US 5G mobile proxies for CTR. That feels like a significant detail, not just any proxies, right? Why are those specific ones so good at sending those relevant signals within that specific area?
That's a really crucial distinction, actually. These aren't just random proxies. US 5G mobile ones, they're key because they offer these rotating, geographically relevant IP addresses.
Right.
And they mimic genuine mobile user traffic very, very closely. So it makes it incredibly hard for Google's algorithms to just flag these clicks as, artificial or spammy.
Okay, authenticity.
Exactly. It's all about convincing Google with the most authentic-looking engagement you possibly can, making it look like real local people are searching, finding, clicking. That level of authenticity in the engagement signals, that's what really moves the needle locally.
Gotcha. So strong, authentic-looking signals from the CTR side, but then there's the content. For a local service business, content can sometimes feel like a chore, right?
Yeah, it can.
How do you keep it fresh and relevant for locals, especially across a whole 10-mile radius? I'm curious how they tackled that. This is where I suspect it gets really interesting.
You're right. The content strategy was just as defined, just as critical. They kicked things off with what they called a content gap analysis.
Okay.
And this basically showed them, look, we need more articles. We need stuff that helps Google really get a deeper understanding of the specific services we offer and the specific locations we serve inside that radius.
Makes sense.
The goal was really to make it undeniable to Google that this business was the authority for party equipment rentals across its entire service area. So in August alone, they pushed out 9 articles.
9. In 1 month, that's a lot.
It is, and they all followed this very specific structured approach.
Okay, but lots of businesses struggle with content beyond just, their main service pages. What was special about this structure? Why did they think it would work so well for Google in such a defined local zone?
Good question. It was all about the formula. Each article's page title was crafted like this. Primary keyword near local landmark.
Ah, landmarks. Okay.
Yeah. So if the keyword was bounce house rental, a title might be bounce house rental near City Park, or maybe bounce house rental near the old mill, something like that.
Clever.
And the study clarified, if the client didn't already have a main location page, say bounce house rental in their main city, they would have done that first. But since that existed,
They went micro-local with landmarks.
exactly, focus on landmarks within the target area to really flesh out that geospecific content, targeting actual points of interest within that 10-mile circle. And the articles weren't short either, around 1,500 words each,
Wow.
ensuring they were comprehensive, really authoritative on the topic for that specific micro-location.
So it's not just content, but structured, targeted, long-form content tied to local spots. That's a smart way to signal local relevance. What about links? Internal, external. Huge for SEO usually. How do they use them here?
Oh yeah, the linking was very deliberate. It was a crucial part of making the content effective. So each article had two internal links.
Okay.
One pointed back to the client's main location page, the other linked directly to their Google business profile, their GPP.
Right, connecting the dots for Google.
Precisely. Helps Google see the relationship between this new geospecific content and the core business info.
Yeah.
Reinforces that overall local authority. Then they also put one external link in each article pointing to a high-authority website.
Standard practice, yeah. Lending credibility.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Associates the content with trusted sources. But then there's another layer, and if we connect this to sort of the bigger picture of advanced local SEO, they included a PBN link.
Ah, PBN, Private Blog Network.
Right. For those maybe less familiar, it's basically a network of websites used to build backlinks, often to influence rankings.
Yeah.
The study was clear. Each article got one PBN link pointed specifically to it.
And the goal?
The study said it was to improve or increase the trust from Google's eye for proper indexing. So it suggests a pretty calculated move, leveraging maybe, artificially created authority, but established authority nonetheless, to give these new local content pages a boost in perceived credibility, help them get noticed and indexed faster.
Accelerating Google's understanding.
That's the idea. It's a way of accelerating Google's understanding of the content's importance.
Wow, okay. That really is a comprehensive approach. You've got the targeted CTR with authentic signals, the detailed geospecific content, that sophisticated linking structure, including those PBNs.
It all works together.
Makes you wonder, right? Did all this effort actually, pay off?
Yeah.
In the rankings. Let's shift gears now to the results. The study gives us a clear time frame comparing reports from August 8th to September 6th. So for everyone listening, let's see the tangible impact here.
Yeah, the results are pretty compelling, especially when you think about how competitive local search can be. Let's start with their main keyword. Bounce house rando.
Okay.
The number of locations where this business ranked in the top 3 spots, positions 1, 2, 3. It skyrocketed, went from 51 locations on August 8th up to 69 by September 6th.
That's a big jump.
Huge jump. And what's interesting is how this affected the lower ranks. Positions 4 through 10 actually decreased, from 13 down to 9, and positions 11 to 20 dropped to just 2.
Which sounds bad, but it's actually good.
Right, exactly. It's not a bad thing at all. It's precisely because those listings moved up into those top 1-3 spots. For a local business, getting into that top 3, maybe from page 2 or even lower page 1, it's transformative.
Massive difference in clicks, calls.
Massive financial increases, yeah.
Well-
Visibility, clicks, bookings.
Bah.
The source actually described a visual, like a map or chart, shifting from mostly red, meaning low rankings or no presence, to mostly yellow and green, signifying they were expanding their reach, ranking well further and further away from their main location. Not just dominating next door, but building this wider presence across the whole radius.
That's huge visibility, huge potential revenue shift. But it wasn't just about that one keyword, was it? They tracked others too. Sounds like this had a ripple effect.
Correct. Yeah, the client wanted to track more than just the one main term. And the results for the secondary keywords were just as impressive. It really shows the breadth of the strategy's impact.
Like what?
Okay, so for inflatable randos, they saw a similar result, overall improvement of those top 1-3 rankings. Then, for inflatable water slide rano, the gains were even more dramatic. Position 1-3 locations went from 27 all the way up to 68.
Wow. From 27 to 68.
Yeah. And finally, for Waterslide Reno, position 1-3 locations jumped from 50 up to 73.
Incredible.
These aren't small tweaks. These are significant gains. It represents a fundamental shift in their online market share for these really valuable local terms. It just shows the power of a holistic, connected approach. Google clearly understood the web of relevance they built.
Those numbers really do speak for themselves. Not a minor adjustment, like you said, but a fundamental change in their online footprint. So, okay, looking at all this, pulling back from the specific tactics, what's the core learning here? What's the bottom line for local businesses trying to figure this out?
I think the core takeaway is really clear, but also pretty deep. It's not just about, stuffing keywords or getting listed. It's about building this undeniable, multi-layered web of local relevance and trust signals.
Mm-hmm.
This case study shows how the combination of things the simulated user clicks from the CTR campaign, that meticulously structured geo-content targeting landmarks, and the strategically used PBNs, it created a signal so strong
Yeah.
that Google basically had to elevate their authority across a whole range of related terms. It tells us Google's algorithm is getting really sophisticated at recognizing not just individual tweaks, but a whole ecosystem of local proof points.
A holistic ecosystem. I like that.
It shows how powerful a coordinated sort of full-stack local SEO approach can be, driving results way beyond just basic citations or website tweaks. It's really about creating that undeniable digital footprint of local expertise.
Exactly. It shows that really thoughtful planning and consistent integrated execution, it leads to these broad systemic improvements. This deep dive, this party rental case study, it really highlights the power of, well, everything we talked about.
Yeah.
Targeted CTR, strategic content with specific linking, including links to the GBP and high authority sites, and even the smart use of PBNs.
Right.
These aren't just isolated tactics, they're pieces of an integrated strategy. And the impact, tangible, measurable improvements in local rankings. It's not just about showing up, it's about showing up at the top and expanding that reach. Hopefully this gives you listening some food for thought about how these principles might apply, to your own understanding of online visibility, especially for those local businesses.
And maybe something to think about as you reflect on this. Consider how Google's really complex algorithms interpret trust and relevance. It's not just looking at the main website or the GBP alone anymore.
Yeah.
It's looking at this entire network of well-structured, interconnected content. Think about how a seemingly small detail, like that PBN link, can contribute to that perceived trust, not as some magic bullet, but as one piece in a carefully designed digital ecosystem. Ultimately, it helps Google index and rank those articles higher. It's all about building that comprehensive digital authority, convincing Google that you are truly the most relevant local answer.
A fascinating thought to leave you with, building that comprehensive digital authority. Thanks for diving deep with us today. Until next time, keep exploring.